Hello my dear friends, I hope you all are doing good. This is Prashant Mauni and I welcome all of you to StudyIQ. Dear friends, I have a small instruction for you or a notice for you, and that is pertaining to Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday, isn't it? So on every Sunday there is no PIB analysis, so do spread the word about it if your friends are not aware about this thing, and we will directly meet on Monday now. Dear friends, the challenge for you today is here, right? You have to identify the person that you can see on your screen, and you can also add value. If you know the name, then if you know something else about this person, then feel free to share it with everyone. Dear friends, don't forget to get your pen drive and tablet courses. At present there is a 35% off going on, and this is going on only till you would be able to get it till 31st October only. So we have got few days to go now. And if you want to know more about it, all you have to do is check out StudyIQ.com. Dear friends, if you have any further queries, then you can give us a call on the numbers that you can see on the screen. Now, the things that we are going to discuss today, and particularly this one, is going to be you can say one of the most important thing in today's PIB, because it is pertaining to your civil services. If you go through your syllabus, I'm talking about those students, those aspirants who are preparing for civil services exam conducted by UPSC, right? I'm sure there are many other students as well. Many of you would be preparing for state level exams as well. For you as well, this is important, and for other national level exams as well. This sort of things, you find this sort of questions, but particularly for civil services aspirant, this one is a major, or you can say important thing. The reason is that, dear friends, what Prime Minister has said, he said that all the social movements, right, can drive change in a democracy. Now, when you study history, you will observe this thing. Say, for example, the era when India passed a law, of course, during British era, I'm talking about, at that point of time, we banned Sati system, isn't it? And in this phase, or in this time period, you will also see Raja Ram Mohan Roy, of course, and you will see Swami Vivekananda and other important personalities who made, or you can say they are credited with religious reforms in our country. And at that point of time, the scenario was that if you want to make any social change, then you have to change things in the religion. From religion you can get social reform. So that used to take place at that point of time, but now we know that we are an independent country. We have our own constitution. So if you want to make any change in the democracy, if you want to make it more mature, if you want to make our democracy more mature, then you have to, it can be done. And one of the most important, or you can say best way, you can say, is through social movements or social change. And this can be, or civil servants can work as an agent of change. So that's how they should work, and through this you can understand what are the expectation of the government from you. Apart from that, you can also understand your nature, the nature of your job. When you will join civil services, these are the things that would be expected from you. You should work as a change agent, right? You should provide an environment through which society can change. So this is a very important thing. And when I say very important, if you go through your syllabus, then it is clearly given their role of civil services in democracy. So you find this sort of questions as well. Every year at least one question is asked that is pertaining to civil services and the issues regarding it, the positive things regarding civil services, etc., etc. Prime Minister has also compared civil services or civil servants with the fourth lion of Ashok emblem. We know that we can see 3 lions all the time, but there is of course a fourth lion that is not visible, but that lion is there, isn't it? That lion is always there, and this can be seen when you compare it with civil servants or civil services. Then you know that all the policies or all the schemes and yojanas and other things are designed and executed by these civil servants, isn't it? They design the whole policy, and then they will make reports, and they will provide a draft, and they will provide a vision and things like that. And it is the politicians or the ministers who will finally give a green signal to this thing. And that's how our system is designed, and this is in fact a very good system. What happens is that in our country or in any democratic country, it is the public, right, who is the king, right? Public is the ultimate king. So we select few people, or you can say we elect few people, and this elected people, or you can say representatives of people, they will form the government, and they will ensure they will be heading, they would be the ultimate boss of, say for example, home ministry. The home minister is the ultimate boss of this home department, or this home ministry. So all the civil servants that are working under home ministry will report to home minister. Eventually it is the home minister who will say yes or no to the things that are going on here. So in this way you can say the public is keeping an eye, or public is sending representative of people, right, to this powerful places, and it is expected that they will keep an eye on civil servants or the government employees to see whether they are doing, or the things that they are doing is in right direction or not. So this is all, or you can call it as a check and balance process, right? That's how our system is designed, and this is a very good way of doing things as well. The other thing is that, dear friends, he has also talked, Prime Minister has hinted, or he has urged this OTs, officer trainees, that rather than spending your time behind a desk, because the main, if you translate or if you break down the word bureaucracy, then you find that bureau basically means a desk. Now those days are gone when these officers used to sit on a chair in their office on a grand table, and people used to come and meet them. Those days are gone now. Now the need of the hour is that this desks, of course you have to do some sort of desk job as well, but with that you have to also do field surveys, you have to go and interact with people, you have to meet people, you have to understand their problems and things like that. So this is the need of the hour, and you can with the things that I'm explaining you here is for your understanding, of course, and from here you can change yourself as well. When I say change, I mean to say you can imagine what are the things you would be doing when you will join this civil services. Apart from that, PM has also said that one should always be alert. These OTs and civil servants, they should be they should always be alert and attentive to the people around them. Many a times, you know that there are many dirty fishes as well in the pond, isn't it? There are many people who will destroy the career, or you can say that they will change, or you can they will pollute these officers, young officers. They will pollute their mind and make them corrupted, or many times they will make them lazy, you can say, right, or less sensitive and things like that. So this is of course not acceptable at all. They have to also ensure attentive and alert also means that keeping an eye on the other people who are working with them, so to ensure that whether they are doing the right thing or not. And here PM has said that learning from the books is not limited. He has not referred any particular book, but you can understand that the books written by many civil servants or the people, famous personalities who have worked in the public life, so their experiences can be utilized in making their own services or making their work more easier and more in tune with democracy. Apart from that, he has also talked about team spirit and leadership. Let me tell you, dear friends, now at today's era, your percentage, right, even though we see a sort of cutthroat competition going on regarding percentage, that someone has got 99 or 98 percentage and things like that, when you go to study, when you are in postgraduate, then of course you cannot expect this much percentage. But of course, if you are here as well, number games the number games are going on, and these things have taken a back seat now. Nowadays, the things that are required from you or for any successful businessman or civil servant, it is team spirit, leadership, whether you can handle pressure, whether you can communicate with people, right? These are the things that are more important now, and I would reckon all of you to start working on these things, right? Your interpersonal skills. You should start refining your interpersonal skills. This will help you, no doubt, with your preparation. Eventually it will help you in your personality test or interview. And once you develop these things, right, this is not something this sort of changes or development, it does not have any sort of end. It is a thing that will go on throughout your life, but it will help you a lot in your both personal as well as professional life. Dear friends, another 3 items that we have, you can club them together as a good points regarding digital India or benefits of digitization, right? The first one is coming from PM. It is pertaining to PFMS, that is Public Finance Management System. Now, from the name itself, you can understand public finance. That means people's money, isn't it? People's finance and management system. So there is a system that is known as PFMS, and this system basically is a sort of digital, you can say, platform through which you can see whether the money that is issued by the government of India or any other government, central government or state government, the money issued by this governments, whether they are thoroughly utilized for the purpose for which they were released, like welfare schemes, whether they are going or they are reaching the last mile or not. And we know that if we create this sort of platforms like PFMS, then it will bring it with it transparency. It will bring accountability. You will have more accurate data, and if you have good data, then you can take sort of well-informed decisions as well. And this helps in rapid development of our country. Apart from that, the other thing is again a very positive, you can say, utilization of social media. Now, Ministry of External Affairs they have launched a program called Ask the Spokesperson. This is a hashtag on Twitter, and main objective is to bring awareness and understanding of foreign policy issues to general public. Now, of course, general public, many of our Indian citizens, they are going to ask some questions, but I see this as a sort of opportunity for businessmen and opportunity for corporates and other. When I say businessmen, you can also consider businesswomen, right? So it's not that I'm biased towards anyone, right? It is just the way we use the words, but I would rather say, right, businesswoman. So many businesswomen will use this method of connecting with Ministry of External Affairs. As you can understand, this is a speedy way of solving your questions, because the officials will respond to your questions, and many foreign corporates and many people or foreign investors as well, they can ask questions and they will get answers. So in this way, it is a step in the right direction for ease of doing business as well, right? So this is a very good, another second example of digital India, or you can say positive sides of social media and digitization. Third thing again is been said by President of India, and he was in Kerala for Technocity, right? He has launched a Technocity in Kerala, and whilst addressing this during this inauguration function, President of India said that the future of India's economy and employment creation is heavily dependent on success we achieve with digital India, no doubt about it. The thing is that we know there are some negative sides, like too much automation and too much of artificial intelligence is going to snatch away jobs from many people. But it's not that we cannot fight these things or there is no way out. Of course, there is a way out, and I will give you a small example of typewriters. I'm sure you have seen this machine, right, called typewriter. Now, when there was a time when typewriters were used for typing, and then came computers, right? At that point of time as well, there were people who were afraid of computer, and they said that this is going to kill our business, this is going to snatch away employment and livelihood from many people. But this is not right. We can see that the whole IT revolution has provided huge amount of jobs to many people, isn't it? In the same way, the more digital India, or you can say the more digitization will spread to different parts of our country, we will see many livelihood opportunities as well. So there is always something positive as well behind every problem. It is just a matter of fact, like how keenly we are trying to solve this problem. With this, dear friends, I end this discussion here. Now I have two questions for you. The first question is pertaining to social movement, right? Give an example of social movement through which we can, or you have observed a change. I have given you example of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. You can take example of independence. The whole movement of independence of our country was a sort of social change. At that point of time, the country decided, or the people of the country decided, that we are no longer going to be under slavery. We want a change. We want to change the things. So this is again a good example of social movement. So you can add, you can speak about a couple of examples. And the second question that I have for you is benefits of digitization pertaining to PAHEL scheme, right? PAHAL, PAHEL, right? This is pertaining to LPG, like how social media was used to spread awareness and how people gave up their LPG connections and things like that. So you can throw some light on this matter as well, and I'm sure the wonderful answers that you are writing, with this all of you are learning something and something from each other as well. This is the benefit that I was talking about of interactive way of learning. With this, dear friends, I end this discussion. Now I will see you on Monday. Enjoy your studies. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, pass your comment. Jai Hind, dear friends.